Yo guys, Warren Williams here. So today I'm just going to talk to you about vertical disease. So basically vertical disease is when people, they get to an age of 35, 40, their body starts to die, but their corpse is still moving. So they call it vertical disease. And today there's so many people nowadays that are basically living a lie. What we mean by that is people are living their choices. Whatever you do is your choice, and you're living it. So if you live and you smoke, guess what? You're going to get cancer eventually. If you drink too much alcohol, guess what? If you got a liver problem, guess what? It's because you drank. If you don't move enough and you get joint pain, arthritis, knee pain, back pain, whatever, guess what? You're wearing your choices. If you overeat because you're gluttonous, guess what? You're living your choices and you wear it in your body. So every single thing that you do, you cannot lie. The body cannot lie. You cannot lie to your body because you wear your choices. So what are you going to do every single day when you make the choice every single day? Think about this. If you could go back, let's say you were 10 years old and then you go forward 20 years and you see an image of yourself in pain, constantly in and out of hospital, have cancer, you have IBS, you have neck pain, knee pain. Then you went back, you zoom back in time to when you're 10 years old. Would you change the way your life is going with that awareness? Some people would, many people wouldn't, because they just love the way they do things. And the problem with us today is we're creatures of habit. Even if what we're doing is wrong, we will do it again. Because 95% of the thoughts you had today are the ones you had yesterday. So you're wearing your choices. Your body does not lie. You cannot lie. So if you're a smoker and you pretend you hide your smoking and you pretend that you don't smoke, guess what? People will know you smoke. You'll see it in your skin. You'll see it in your teeth. You'll see it in your lack of vitality and your lack of glow. So it's all about making sure you make the choices that are relevant to you, that help sustain you. Because it's about having that vitality, clarity, purpose, and living with expressive, self-creative energy. Because a lot of people say things like, oh, well, you only have one life, so you might as well destroy it as quickly as possible. No, I say if you have one life, live it well. You really think that you came here, oh, I've got one life, how can I ruin it as quickly as possible by having self-creative or self-destructive energy? You really think the whole purpose of coming here is to come here and smoke as often as possible, or come here and drink as much as possible, or come here and have as much sex as many people as possible until you get a disease? You really think that's the purpose of life? You really think it's about fun, just to the point of self-destruction? There is a such thing as fun, but it's healthy fun. You know, there are things that you can do that are fun, which doesn't involve killing yourself. There are so many things out there. You know, you can go theme parks, you can go learn study, you can go learn martial arts, you can do so many different things that are fun, but they are self-expressive, creative expressions of vitality. You show me an animal that commits suicide, but yet we're the dominant species on the planet. And I know people say, yeah, well, some people commit suicide because they've got, hardships in their life and all that sort of stuff. Again, it is choice. There are burdens that people are given, definitely, and some people can handle it more than others. My point is not to talk about that particular thing, but it's to talk about vitality and wanting to live a life with purpose. Is the saying, if you have a big enough dream, you don't need a crisis. What's your dream? What do you love to do? Do what you love and love what you do. Work is relative. It's interrelated by necessity. You work because you have to maintain a specific amount of income to be able to make choices based on that income. So, what are your choices doing for you? What sort of things do you do every single day that allows you to be healthy enough to take care of yourself, your friends, your family, to self-express? We look at the things that people do every single day with the way they self-express and live their choices. I was looking at somebody yesterday, and he was 35, 40, and he was wearing I can't remember what it's called, but those kind of wheelie sort of things that you hold on to that you see older people walking with. And it's like a walking stick sort of thing, but it's like in a kind of triangle shape and it's got wheels. I can't remember what it's called. And he was walking with one of them guys like 35. Really? Really? That's what you came here for? To be so infirm at 35 that you need one of those? Really? That's the meaning of life? No. There's so much more to it than that. It's a bigger plan than that. Find out what your vitality is by living to your potential. Challenge yourself to eat the best food possible with the best choices made with the amount of food that you can afford. Look at what you eat, when you eat, how you eat. If you look at animals today, if you look at, as an example, a cow knows what to eat, unless it's been mistreated and force-fed. A cow will eat grass, but a cow will never overeat grass. And they're in a field where there's tons of grasses there. They could just keep eating and eating and eating until the grass is finished, but they don't. They eat as much as they need that day. So, when people talk about, as an example, obesity, we should accept people that are obese as humans because they are. But we shouldn't accept their choices because we should be trying to get them to make better choices. Because being obese means you lack vitality, it means you lack ability to move, and you're not happy. You can be happy to a certain degree, but your choices have created the purpose as to why you are where you are. A lot of people that are obese, they're unhappy, and then they eat, and then they eat because they're unhappy. So it's a vicious cycle. So is that someone living with purpose? No. So help that person to make a better choice so they have more vitality, because an obese person might not live as long as somebody who's at their genetic potential. And I don't mean size 0, because that's not healthy either. I'm talking about whatever your genetic potential is, live that state. Live your dream. Live who you are, your clarity, your vitality, your energy. When you look at people, just from a homeostasis or state of balance point of view when it comes to choices, people wear, clothes that are made out of plastic and rubber. Now you think, well, what's that got to do with anything? Well, we vibrate energy. Now, what is rubber when it comes to electrical impulses? Is it a stimulator or an insulator? It's an insulator. So you're blocking an energy field. So if you're wearing rubber, like especially on your feet, and you're walking around on concrete, then you're not connecting to energy around you. Everything in life has energy. If you put a mobile phone close to your ear, are you telling me you can't feel the energy from it? Yes, it has a synthetic energy, an electromagnetic frequency. A human being has energy. How do you know a human being has energy? Well, if you were to stand next to another human and close your eyes, would you not feel their energy field? Or if you were to have your eyes closed and just stand still, and someone walks towards you as quietly as possible, would you not feel their presence because you're feeling their energy field? Their energy field comes into your energy field. So if you have an energy field, how do you stimulate it? You stimulate it by feeling. So we should get out of wearing rubber on our feet. We should get out of wearing plastic clothing, synthetic clothing, because it blocks our energy field. So that is another example of self-expressing and feeling. There are a lot of people in the world that, especially in the Western world, that could be in a room with hundreds of people and feel alone because their energy field is blocked, because they're wearing so much plastic, they're wearing so much foundation, they're wearing so much other people's hair in their head, fake nails, fake skins, fake everything. And it's just blocking their ability to feel. Like Bruce Lee said, don't think, feel. Now, there's another thing when it comes to self-expression and vitality and living with clarity. The left brain and the right brain. So the left brain hemisphere represents logic, reason, and direction, instruction, structure. To work, most people that work with structure. Whether you're a lawyer, banker, mathematician, teacher, it's all left brain. It's all left brain structure. Some teachers do use some form of right brain because they kind of find out a fascinating way to be able to teach something. But the right brain, truly is self-creative, self-expressive. If you self-express, you are you because you are self-expressing. So, how do we self-express? So we do things that stimulate the right brain, such as pottery and anything. Pottery. Well, pottery, you're just self-expressing. You're just feeling. You're feeling how to build something, and that's self-expressing. Singing, dancing, tai chi, qigong, breathing exercises, just walking in the park, feeling nature. If you go next to a tree, smell a rose, they have energy, vitality. Just be around things that earth you. What happens when it's sunny? What do people always do? Go to a park. Why do you go to a park? Why are you drawn to a park? What, because it's beautiful? No, because you want to feel nature. And the sunlight and the beauty of nature makes you drawn to want to feel that nature. There is something that connects you to wanting to be around nature all the time. So think about that. Connect to nature. Don't just live in a concrete jungle. When people go on holiday, they don't always go, right, I'm going on holiday and I want to be around concrete. They go on holiday, they don't want to be around nature. So you're drawn to it. Your body's telling you. If you just listen to your body, it will tell you what you should do. It's like if you walk somewhere and you meet someone, something inside you says that's a nice person or it's a bad person. So your body's always sending you signals. You just have to listen. So, you know, self-destructive habits, we know every human on the planet in the Western world knows smoking is bad, but yet we make that choice and we live that choice. Alcohol is bad, yet you make that choice and you live that choice. So, what are you doing that makes you have a positive choice? What are you doing to challenge your potential to find out what your preset level is? If you have a big enough dream, you don't need a crisis. Focus on the love. Focus on what you feel that you want to do. Do what you love and love what you do, as I said earlier. Make sure you're doing things that allow you to feel. You should not be 30, 35 years old and have arthritis in your knees and have back pain and knee pain and just accept that that's normal because it's normal for everyone around you. Because those people are probably making the same bad choices that you're making. Be the example. Be the exception, not the rule. Don't assume that, well, everyone smokes around me, so I should smoke, and everyone's sick around me, so if I'm ill, I should expect that because that's normal, right? No, it's not normal. It's just normal today. Normality is actually being able to have so much vitality that you hardly ever get ill. So much vitality that you can, sleep, wake up and feel fully sustained. Have enough energy that you can walk a couple miles, have enough energy you can carry a few bags. The problem today is that we can be lazy and be able to survive because, if we're tired and we're sick or we're overweight, we can just order food on the internet. But animals can't do that, so they have to be at the perfect optimal weight. In nature, you will never see animals that are obese because they can't. Because if you're obese, you can't survive. If you can't move, you can't survive. So we just have the ability to survive without being that. But that doesn't make it right, does it? So, think about the choices that you make every single day. Are they taking you forward or are they taking you backwards? Are they increasing your life or are they restricting your life? Tony Robbins always says, as an example, he says, you are digging your grave with your teeth, which means the foods that you eat based on your choice are either putting you into the grave faster or slower. Now, if you could go, like I said, go back in time, or sorry, go forward in time, and see yourself and see your illness, your state of lack of vitality, would you make a better choice? And even if you're an older person and you're actually in that state right now, if you could go back in time, would you tell your younger self, don't make the choices that I made because now I'm suffering? We all know this. We all know generally what foods are good for us. Generally. You trying to tell me you don't know what is good for you? Seriously? You trying to tell me you don't know that fizzy drinks are bad for you? Really? Really? You don't know that? You trying to tell me you don't know alcohol's not good for you? Seriously? You never read the label? You trying to tell me smoking is on the label? It says smoking kills. You don't know it kills? So make the choices that sustain you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying become a hermit because that's just not what I said. Yeah, because some people will hear that and because they fear the truth, they create a lie. You know, smokers, they feel more comfortable around smokers because they're doing what they're doing. And smokers try to make non-smokers feel bad for their choices because really it's the choice within themselves that they feel bad about. So everyone is already good. Everyone is so good at giving advice to everyone else. You've got girlfriends or boyfriends, male friends that you hang out with, and when there's something going wrong, they give you really good pep talk. And it's like, well, hold on. If you gave me that pep talk and you got so much wisdom with that, how come you don't follow that? So we're always giving people advice because you know why? Change is safer when you're helping to change somebody else rather than changing yourself. And you're involved in the process of change without actually having to change. That's why it's safe. So why don't you make that change? Be the example. Yeah, be the exception, not the rule. Don't fall to effects of illness. Create the reason to adjust the cause of the illness. Live the life you were always meant to live. The choice is yours. I'm Warren Williams. Check out my website at warrenwilliamscoaching.com. Peace out.